dormant, but it's woke now. Reapers on my porch with the scroll out. With the fusion of sensey music and Hennessy, his mind's vibrant, still a niggling aggression menacing. It's not enough satisfaction, can't find a remedy. Heavenly sentience, pity, scrutinise the life he leads. Roaming and wandering, coated in pungent stench of blood from a young'un. Intrigued the beast in his system, draws him close, fiends about to greet. Little do they know, it's what he wants. Walking greedy roads after dark, looking for some chump to start. Jumpstart the car, pump cocked in arms, dump rocked his heart. Lightened in a relationship, goods to the cursed. By any means he feeds the patient, self-loathing his skin. Being in touch with the prince, darkness lurking within. Murky settings, hollow tips follow the shadow stepping. A message, don't be a menace, end up where the dead is. Welcome to the intro. Listen to my vigilante flow. Psycho Therapy. Fuck knick-knack, paddy whack, give a dog a bone, it's more click-clack. Cop the strap, let a brother know. These streets are cold. Spine chilling visions, I'm on the devil's throne, but it's hot here. Smoke, there's enough tears. A good guy gone rogue, agenda unknown. What fear? You stupid? Fire, brimstone, I'm involved. Bloodshed, skin torn, face morphed. When he saw what we bought, he thought he'd detour. Let me take you through a minor tour. Shady is an understatement. Evil is proceeding where our parents walk. Did you stop to give a thought? Ever since Christ wept, the skies just spawned. And when it rains, it pours. They use rains on the poor. Call it mark of the beast, so my namesake Scorn. You're lucky I don't practice what I used to preach anymore. Psychotherapy. It's just the first one. Numb to the process, still jumpy. Grew up on that TFL fuckery. Stashed knives in the backpack. Mindset was slapdash, get whacked, lacking with mumsy. Now living with the jumbies. Reap what you sow on the back streets. All the main road in its prime. Lunch meat on mind. Alchemist rhythms, the block corner, spitting lyrics to shine. You know at night the train of thought is janky. When the plot thickens, hot-headedness rife. Better hot step. Wayward shots headed for spine. Anything above the waistline. Olders are looking dark, can't afford the stage fright. Before you pull up and lurk, think if the roles were flipped, would he burst? Is he really on smoke? Has he got your back? If answer's yes, do dirt. Anything else is a fallacy. Pride holds strong on this earth. Many men wanna challenge me, but something happened at birth. Along the lines of tainted curse I was armed with. Along the lines of padded paper, engage with pain on these verses. Enraged in aim with a purpose, claim woke, but you choke when the youth seek hope. Are you nervous? I see your skin crawling. Something in the system ain't working. My statements seem dark, outrageous. Emancipate on the beat, free the souls. Apartheid enslaved us. Lands down way, more like man down weight. Don't march my way, keep your nut down like AJ in the States. Nowhere safe, I'm deluded. Walk with a chest high, brave as the next guy. But there's something called life, don't see eye to eye. You're fascinated by chains and flying out to Dubai. I'm fascinated by the chains they used when motherland cried. Since beginning of time, holy scriptures in mind. Those misfortunate lives, lost resources and pride. Since way before Gregorian times. Enraged and aim with a purpose. Claim woke, but you choke when the youth seek hope. Are you nervous? I see your skin crawling. Something in the system ain't working. I see your skin crawling. Something in the system ain't something on the side to sip on. What you know about group chats with dope rappers? What you know about loud tracks with dope rappers? What you know about trap house with dope rappers? What you know about group chats with dope rappers? What you know about loud tracks with dope rappers? What you know about trap house with dope rappers? Tell me. I'm on that Benny who wrote the plugs. I met the devil, he showed me love. I know it's fake, but I need the stuff. You hop out and bang it, you get it, but you and your doggies ain't cold enough. My flow damn near frozen, like shoulders I shoulder bumps. Listen to rhythms from Schiller, hard to imagine there's iller. Stay spitting, but him and I, we don't need Robitus. Let fuck will slide, but sooner or later it must pick up a chrome. Zoom in the scope, take a deep breath and brothers get opened up. Wild is thoughtful, vibrant morsels fight the scorn to enlighten queens, even beanies pre when the marksman walks in. Sense familiar fiend, I'm normally deep in articulate dreams. Got garrote and rhythms, one of the meanest MCs. Wild is thoughtful, vibrant morsels fight the scorn to enlighten queens, even beanies pre when the marksman walks in. Sense familiar fiend, I'm normally deep in articulate dreams. Got garrote and rhythms, one of the meanest MCs. What you know about group chats with dope rappers? What you know about loud tracks with dope rappers? What you know about trap house with dope rappers? Tell me. Overbroke on the rhythm, found love for the pen like a bad breed. I'm redesigning my ID, license to kill. Thrilling excites me, climb on the hill, aim at the masses, nothing like Moses. Lyrics indifferent, hit list is ignorance. Wanna see a puppet on a string, look at your peers, who's the ventriloquist? Nah, you can't escape this. Reach for the sky with my right, left hand grounded to pavements. Tiki torches and slave ships, morbid thoughts I'm born with, forged in my brain. 5'10", but my mind is 6 foot deep with the corpses. Scorn I endorsed and forced, but highly important. Pose with the ruckus, pour all my sauce and smoke and pot for the paupers. Group chats with dope rappers, loud tracks with dope rappers, trap house with dope rappers. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. Fellas talking money bags in jeeps, bringing terror to the streets. Think that Pennywise a meme, stop the clowning guys. Sunken place ain't very nice indeed. Get to step in when it's beef, seen red, done that many times. Playing Andy Dufresne, sure to shank on the mains. Redemption song on the brain, I'm not waiting in vain. All this vengeance and rage, memory numb to the pain. Alleviate when my spirit gaze into space, see. You couldn't fathom my train of thought, the junction is slain. Or rationale in my brain, think it's made me deranged. I feel it course through my veins, I know it sounds cliche, but when the rounds get dumped, they say the victim was brave. Go to visit his grave, bring your teeth on the way. Just make sure the reapers came and took him away. Grimace at the thought of how he prayed. He went up to much, his own pride sealed his fate. Engage with the system for its fame, that's the mark of the beast. Let your ego get the best of all your rage, that's the mark of the beast. Fit the narrative and live it every day, that's the mark of the beast. Revelations of the holiest will say, that's the mark of the beast. All the kiddies knife and shoot got me thinking about this system as I'm rolling to the stew. In the booth, spit the truth, is it too complex for the youth? Should I water down the context just for views? Of course the streets hardened my persona. Pain I harbor's true. Disrespect I won't condone it. No, I'm never in the mood. Introspective got me itching and restless. Diplomacy or grabbing by the necklace. Full throttle, the death wish is hectic. Madness how I only now just sensed it. Gamble with this pen upon the pages recommended. See the lyrics that I'm etching on my silverback gorilla shit. Fields packed. Duppy the P don't bang. Duffels and money stashed. We pray for this. Shovels, black body bags, ski mask comes with gloves and experience. It gets passed right down through the lineage, and still you question it. Look, engage with the system for its fame. That's the mark of the beast. Let your ego get the best of all your rage. That's the mark of the beast. Fit the narrative and live it every day. That's the mark of the beast. Revelations of the holiest will say,
that's the mark of the beast.
Engage with the system for its fame. That's the mark of the beast.
That's the mark of the beast.
Let your ego get the best of all your rage. That's the mark of the beast.
That's the mark of the...
Fit the narrative and live it every day. That's the mark of the beast.
Mark of the beast.
Revelations of the holiest will say,
that's the mark of the beast.
Marc Scorn, Marc Scorn.
If you will turn in your Bibles to the book of Proverbs in the Old Testament, we will begin reading in chapter 3, verse 34. Marc Scorn, I suggest you lend an ear to this passage. Verse 34 says, surely he scorneth the scorners, but he giveth grace unto the lowly. But what does this mean? Well, those with overinflated opinions of themselves will be humiliated in the face of God. In contrast, those who admit their own weakness and limitations can find mercy and grace in God. Marc Scorn, I hope this answers your question. And verse 35 says,
I'm in the drum bumping Benny type beats. I'm into lung punctures, knife crime, it verifies me. Mind, body, soul sunken. When the monkeys come running out, pumps dump and terrified G's look. Mix the loud puff and berry psyche. Amidst the smoke dwellers, entities with pennywise dreams. We invoke ghosts to strategize sprees, involving cutthroat approach, make cunts choke, antagonize streets. I hope this 2 pence I'm throwing heightens these jokers, but I'm sure it's futile since the mass is bogus. Kinda like when the Pope or Archbishop was chosen, debunk the conquest of Romans. But truth be told, you don't believe this shit, but hell's still a no-go. Are you zoning? The devil's here on your shoulders. Should come to me, let me mold him. That's facts. Why these little fools satisfied with Gucci outfits, risking their so-called freedom for which chains with jewels around it? From H&M to Louis outlets, there ain't a man-made thing that should match your prowess. That's the true mark of a narcissist. Ever since I engaged in the harshest indulgence of witchcraft, mixed concoction, spliff spark, sick convulsions, been scarred, still thinking about which path is chosen. Yo, despite many things, I really take my time to try and measure this infectious influenza, what I'm dishing till in deficit. My silent patience pump reps to this.
Straight phlegm. No ad-libs needed. Hey, Marc Scorn, what you got for them, brother? Let them know.
I watched my grandmother cook until she was 80 years old, but she ain't the only lady I've seen sweating over a stove. Witnessed many a fuckery, Most of the stories untold. Single parents hustling for money while the youths on the road. Yo, they're chatting about their bad cause they rep postcodes until it's gentrified and they take homes. I should slap you out them slave-made clothes. Think again before you test buying clothes. Gotta tell my brothers chill before the tech flies dome. That's an easy way to go, but a real dirt man will never tell a soul. He just takes the ones who reap what they sow. Most these demons got ancient clothes. They don't leave when the bad guys go. But what's a bad guy though? Look, if there's one thing I hate to say I told you so. They're sorry you found out, but weren't sorry when you didn't know. The worst thing I can do is lie to you. Let the truth behold a passive mind state, but the demons won't be gripping on this mini though. Education by expressing through the speakers, a conduit like Jesus or Satan for them preachers, the priests and the leeches. This for the people locked up who won't get to see their picnic grow. These are misfortunate times. Ironic how we mistake fortune for dimes. We think they coincide, but our greatest gift is precious little time. What you do with it's subjective, just keep that in mind. Adversary. Pavor nocturnus. Just a few things that keep me up at night, you know. Can you hear the spirits howling? Psycho therapy. Other night, I had a dream about the purge again. Quickly turned into a nightmare due to lack of skank. Ducking and diving out on every end. All these mummies and daddies get involved. Now that makes sense. When a youth gets pitched, say he wasn't about it. Claim his studies proficient and his peers the proudest. But me, I highly doubt it. On the other hand, all these rappers say the ops are shook and never about it. Are you really beefing civilians now then? Maybe the loud shrouded your judgment, clouded your prowess. You could never dumpy one of mine and try tell me to allow it. Put your hand around my shoulder, say let the police manage. My hand around your neck, be releasing your bowels then. Love it up close and personal, I state in my counselling. My train of thought astounds them. I hear the spirits howling. Can you hear the spirits howling? Pavor nocturnus. Raggy rolls with 2 chromes and a blue trackie. In fact, sticky if mad blicky shoot at me. It's due to be black kiddies. You know the shoe fits with a chip on the shoulder since the Holy Bible's Christ story. Playing devil's advocate, loose thoughts. Would you rather conceive a disabled child or stillborn? The sort of question associated with Marc Scorn or Cora threads. Eyes opened and mic dawned. It's fight or flight on the mic, fight fire with fire like Guy Fawkes. You guys thought it was dark, but I'm pissed, it ain't dark enough. Clips spark and I partly budge. News flicks on 2 clips of a youth's wig getting dropped in. I calmly shrug. Can you hear the spirits howling? Pavor nocturnus. Psycho therapy. Let me ask you, you ever think about who counsels the councillor? I used to work in this place, you might call it a hostel. Environment was hostile, the clientele will shock you. Relapse when I bun this spliff and reminisce. They tried to whip on the same stove we made the kids' food. Yo, I sit back and think about the shit we've been through. Conversations with lifers, on the face they're gentle. Consider me the face to vent to. My credentials are immaculate, but the demons never did move. Deal with them myself, we mingle all the time. But I'm glad, cause at least they appreciate potential. Birds I would've done, from dirt I could've did. I lay myself to rest and see them shake their fucking heads. Disappointed with the kid, heavy on my shoulders trying to influence the pen. Where do I go? Tell me, how does the councillor vent? Disappointed with the kid, heavy on my shoulders trying to influence the pen. Where do I go? Tell me, how does the councillor vent? You know me though, all theory, no application. Been trying to learn and get it right before emancipation. Set a trend where health is wealth, ain't no fabrication. So I dwell on them council payments and council patience. I relate since my mind is tainted, but it's like I'm bound to Satan. Surrounded in the sound of 1,000 vagrants, around a mound of flames, praying to higher planes where power's greatest. On mono, don't rest or sleep, just emptiness and hollow in the matrix like Teresa's statements. Gentrification involved, immigration control, telling my neighbors and my colleagues go home. You overstayed your welcome too long, so long. Disappointed with the kid, heavy on my shoulders trying to influence the pen. Where do I go? Tell me, how does the councillor vent? Where do I go? How does the councillor vent? Psychotherapy.